Wow, I haven't done one of these in a while. Welcome to my final ever reaction to this review for 2019 of a Doctor Who episode. This is my reaction to the last Doctor Who episode of this decade. So, Resolution, what did I think? Penned by Chris Chibnall. Long story short, I thought it was really good episode. It was one I've kind of been waiting for throughout the whole of Series 11, really. Like, an episode that has an action set piece, that is exciting, and mixes elements of threat and action and character all into one episode. My bugbear with it is the pacing was a little bit all over the place. It was like really fast-paced start. I've got two bugbears with it. Really fast-paced start. Really, fast and gets you into the story. It gets you invested in these characters, and when the Doctor turns up, it's fun. It's exciting when she finds out that it's a Dalek. And Jodie was really good this episode. She really conveyed a sense of fear when she found out about the Dalek, and she was scared for planet Earth and what this one Dalek could do. It was great because we haven't really seen that from her. Like, she's always been like really happy-go-lucky, so it's nice to show the vulnerable side of the Doctor. A side that, it was pretty much a race against time, essentially. Yeah, really good. I mean, Jodie is I hate to say it, but she is my least favourite Doctor. She's the Doctor that, I'm not really interested in. Like, if there's, if they ever did Big Finish audios for Jodie, I would be like, nah, Big Finish, you can keep them. Like, yeah, she's just not my favourite. But I'm hoping Series 12 can help build upon that, build upon her character, and I really liked her character in this episode. Like, I want more of this vulnerable / kind of funny, bumbling idiot kind of thing, but like still can be quite stern and like, get off this planet. I generally, usually, when she does the whole I'm the Doctor kind of thing and she goes up against the alien, I can't help but laugh. Like, in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, I laughed because it was just kind of like, you just can't do threatening. It was the same in The Witchfinder. She's just nah. But when she was going up against the Dalek, I was like, I really understand her motives here. I really understand what Chibnall is trying to convey through her character. It shows a real change, and it shows, when confronted with a Dalek, the Doctor's worst enemy, it shows that she's like, right, that's it. You bloody mess with, you really press my buttons now, Dalek. Yeah, so the pacing was very mishy-matchy, very all over the place, and it was kind of a little bit jarring. My interest kind of wavered throughout the middle part, I'd say. It kind of just went like, I kind of just was like, because originally I thought, oh wow, then we're not going to get to see the Dalek in a casing or a redesigned Dalek. I was literally like, oh, they're not going to show us anything. But we did get a form of redesigned Dalek, and it looked really cool. It was threatening, and I liked the way when it speaks, the whole inside lit up, and it was really cool and threatening. And I liked the plunger, like the arm of the plunger was really good, and the gun sound was classic. It was classic, wasn't it? It had a mixture of the classic sound and the new series sound, and I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. And that bit when the Dalek went up against the tank and the British Army, it was so it's what I've been waiting for. Literally, just an enemy that goes up against familiar adversary. Like an action set. Like this series 11 was very excuse me. It's very void of any action set pieces, which is a detriment to it. I think it's very likes to explain the plot rather than show the action. That's why an episode like Kablam is really exciting, because it's action packed. And I think this episode really worked because it had the action set piece of that Dalek taking on the British Army and that tank. It was exciting, it was invigorating, and I loved the practical effects when all the British Army was stood in a line firing at the Dalek, and you could see the bullets ricochet off it, the sparks. I thought, wow, this is brilliant. This is really good. I thought, wow, that is brilliant. It was really good. It's definitely Chibnall's best story. He likes to convolute his stories. He likes to add in stuff that doesn't really make sense. If that makes sense, he likes to just be like, oh, here's a thing that makes sense. Here's a thing in a story that literally has nothing to do with the plot and is boring and kind of annoying and just detriments the story. It's definitely his best, I would say. It's definitely his best. He was really good at writing the Daleks. Nick Briggs, it was so good to hear Nick Briggs. And I saw his name in the credits. I thought, wow, so good to hear Nick Briggs. Bugbear. Where the hell was the title sequence? This hurt the story for me because I thought, all right, let's go, let's get ready. The title sequence start. It's brilliant title sequence, lovely title sequence. And there's no title sequence, so I thought, oh, they're gonna go and do like a you know, what we've had before in the new series, where it's like it's kind of it just pre-titles and then title sequence. But no title sequence, and it made no sense. Like, it makes no sense not to have a title sequence. I was like, what? Why? The music's great, lovely visuals. Again, the practical effects were brilliant, and the visual effects were brilliant. Soundtrack, it's one of Sagan's better soundtracks. So yeah, I really liked this episode, and for the final episode of this decade, it wasn't half bad. Would I rush to rewatch it? No, but it was really fun. It was a fun, epic romp that felt like a movie. And I'm going to give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. Not brilliant, but really good and exciting drama.